today. Mile High in Denver. It's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Washington football team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about... And off we go from Denver. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The numbers for Davis last week: 15 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Now Johnson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Johnson throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Moss. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. Johnson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And Bronco fans have to be so excited because Von Miller missed 2020 with an ankle injury, suffered just days before the season opener. An 8-time Pro Bowler, the all-time sack leader for the Broncos, and the active leader in the NFL, they are happy to welcome him back.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A 1st carry now for Thompson. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Looking to throw. Johnson slings this deep from McLaurin. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. To throw on second down. Plummer. He's got his man Sharp complete. A look at the numbers for Sharp a week ago. 8 catches, 134 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Davis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's a give to Davis. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. On 3rd down, Plummer drops this one off to Portis. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Davis. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, here's Portis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
That's straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Plummer firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Davis. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. In the backfield, standing alone here on 2nd and goal is Davis. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Davis. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. On the ground, they go with Young. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Now a toss running left. This is Davis. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Able to slither by. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. From the gun on 3rd down. Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Davis. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a handoff to Davis. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, and they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a draw play. It's Portis. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Thomas brings it in. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Plummer. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, you know, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
Let's see if he can do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Davis. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, Johnson. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Johnson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. Davis. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Plummer looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to a field goal. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Davis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Plummer. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They hand it off to Portis. Oh, look at the juke. And they bring him to the ground just carries to this point.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
To throw on 3rd down. Plummer. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well, not getting the ball to the right place.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
On first down, Plummer. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. To throw on second down, Plummer. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that, because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Now they disrupted already for 3 INTs. Johnson looking to throw on second down. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Johnson now throwing on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half. Now looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin as time expires in the first half. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. Game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. On second down, Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Davis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Davis now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete to Sharp. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Plummer. Pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Davis. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Plummer. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Plummer. And this is caught at the 8. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now
so out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. From a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. Happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go again with Davis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's Johnson to throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Plummer. And Walker has it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. throw. Plummer. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On the give, here's Portis. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Plummer, that's complete to Sharp. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw. Plummer. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Davis. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Davis. And down inside the 15 he goes.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Davis. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Plummer. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Washington offense heading out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Now Johnson to throw on 2nd down. That one is slant to McLaurin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st and 10. Johnson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Back to throw again. Man open, it's Moss, complete. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Following the fumble recovery, Plummer, it's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 1st down carry for Davis. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Plummer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on 1st down. Plummer. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st down, Johnson. He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On 2nd down now, it's Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he finds McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Johnson. Caught on the right side, Reed. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They'll look to throw again. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Johnson now on 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On 2nd down, it's Thompson, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
This is unbelievable.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
2nd and 14. They'll run it again here with Davis. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Washington down by 12. 1:50 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Johnson throwing on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now Johnson throwing after the interception. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Johnson. And this one complete to Reed. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 2nd and 11 now. Now a handoff to Davis. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, they